Hey guys, and welcome to tonight's show. I'm going to do a past, present, and future reading. So you guys hang on. This is just a general reading. Let me get you over to, there we go. All right, guys. Now this is past, present, and future. So what this is going to do is this is going to give you an overall kind of direction as to like what you've been encountering. It's just general, so it's an overall reading, not necessarily love or a specific direction. Okay, what I'm feeling is a lot of it's time to forgive. Okay, it's time to let go of the things that are not even worth putting energy into anymore. Okay, you guys don't need to hold on to past things, past traumas. Those traumas are affecting you in your day-to-day life even now, okay? In the present, it is affecting you. This first card says, my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I am ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost, okay? All of that is you. You need to start taking your power back, okay? There's a lot of things that we've gone through, even in this last couple, 2 years in America, but there's also things that have gone on in the past decades across the globe, okay, that need to have compassion. There needs to put power back into it. We, the people, have actually lost a lot of our power because there's more of us than them, okay? There's only, what, 3% of them? So this is where when you tune into the energy of love, and it gives you the words that you need when to speak up. So if you're not for something that some of these people are trying to throw, you need to speak up. The compassion I need when it's time to forgive, okay? There's going to be a time when we are exposed to what actually is going on. Now, we are only seeing, I love that this came up. We are only seeing, hold on, I don't know if you can see that. We're only seeing part of it, okay? If you follow any movement or anything like that, you're only seeing portions that are being exposed. Now, I think it's hilarious that they're still trying to keep this agenda going, but we have to take back the power, okay, guys? For real. We are much bigger than they say we are, or even much bigger than they think we are. Okay, and then this next card is happiness is your birthright. And I love that that came out because it fits so beautifully with this. Okay, we have lost power, okay, or they think we have. And we've been indoctrinated for a while. So we kind of lost even the view of what America is, what globally, what we are as a collective, right? So when we lose that focus and we don't tune into the capacity of love. Now look, God is love, right? So if God is love, that's what we should be working out of, okay? So if we have the compassion that goes into what we're doing as Americans globally, right? If we pull that compassion and we really start to think about what is going on in America, the cognitive dissonance of the stuff and the information that is being put out there, but some people just do not want to see it. Okay, that's fine. God said not everyone will see, but the people that do see, we need to take back that power. Okay, we're not lost. We're not a lost country. We're not lost globally. We're God's kids. So if we're God's kids, then we're a collective of Him, right? So happiness is our birthright. We weren't put on the earth to serve, like I don't want to say serve, because yes, we have been put on the earth to serve humanity, but not to be slaves, right? I don't feel like we have been put on this earth to be slaves to everyone else. And when I say everyone else, I literally mean the 3%ers, okay? The elite people that are puppeting these other characters within this movie, right? So this is actually our birthright. Like, we should be in abundance, right? We should live in abundance. And we don't, because there's so many taxes, then you have so many things, and we're put into boxes as a human. And I don't feel like that's what our purpose was when God made us, to be put into a box that was basically orchestrated, or even, written up by another person, right? I don't feel like another man should tell me how to live my life. I feel like God should do that, so at that time, it's kind of like, if you drop all the other powers, those 3%ers that, are quite evil, if we all push back and we take our power back and we have compassion, for each other, we have to come back and unite in some fashion. We're one collective, we're one human race. So if we are, it's like, why are we fighting? We have to come back to who is starting this fight, who's starting this ruckus between us, right? Because at one time there shouldn't have been any of that, so all comes down to choices and what we portray to each other. And I feel like if we don't stand up together, those 3%ers, those people that are puppeting even like celebrities and things like that, I feel like, I mean, I don't want to go to communism, I don't want to go to socialism, that kind of stuff. So if there's more of us than them, then we have to take our power back. So I feel like that's the reading of happiness is your birthright, and you need to take your power back, even if it means, like, not even just the politicians and that kind of stuff. I'm talking about like the people around you, whether it be coworkers or family members, that kind of thing. You take your power back, okay? Those people that have put the doubt and that kind of stuff into your head had their own agenda, just like the government did, just like these people that are in office that are conducting this kind of like charade. It's a circus. And now that people are starting to wake up and realizing that this is all puppeted by a couple key members within this little group, then we can push back and say enough is enough. And God even said, let my people go. Like, geez, we're slaves at this point to these people, you know, flushing money through this, that, and the other, and the Vatican, all the things. So I think it's getting down to biblical times, to where there's choices. You're gonna have to make a choice. This isn't being lukewarm warm Christian. This isn't thinking that things don't actually exist when they're sitting right in front of you. This is like, you need to get real clear on your birthright and where you came from, and why you're here, your whole purpose as to why you're here. Why are you on earth? There's reason. There's not just like, you notice that the black sheep always, like, they're like really striving for their purpose, right? And then the people that seem to just kind of go with the flow, they're just like, oh, it's no big deal, like, I'm just going, right? No, there's reason. Because if you actually go to church, then you would realize, or you read the Bible, then you would realize that there's reason, there's purpose. God put you on the earth for a purpose. Or he, like, these people wouldn't have got together and wrote this Bible as like an example of, as to like what we're doing here. Here's an example that happened back then. So, use this to kind of navigate your way through life, right? Well, I think the church doesn't teach that. The church doesn't teach communication with angels when they should, so I think over time, I feel like we're going to start to realize that the church is actually kind of bad. So, in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right mind thinking and the energy of love. I'm going to read that again. I apologize. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right minded thinking and the energy of love, which I think is absolutely amazing because most people think all of this is a conspiracy. You know, you have to get right in your mind. Like, if people say it's a conspiracy, that's fine. They think that, right? But then your next question should be, did you do the research? Like, how can you say it's a conspiracy if you haven't done any of the research? If you start to do the research, then you start to come towards right minded, like you're like, damn, that is really true. And this puzzle piece fits here. So that links that person together. Like, we're not stupid. Like, stop acting stupid. You know, think, thinking, and the love. Oh my gosh, I cannot even. Thinking and the energy of love. So, again, the energy of love, it's going back to God energy. We have to go back to God energy. God says, I'm love, right? If we go back to that and we start to open our mind and expand what we know, stop thinking in this little lost power like we're just robots. We're just going to church to get the receipt, and that sickens me. We should be there to figure out how to talk to angels, how to communicate with God, how to get closer to Him, how to understand source energy. That's not taught. Okay, so here it is again. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right minded thinking. Yes, the universe, God, that source energy is conspiring to bring you towards right minded thinking. So say you come across a post that, kind of goes, why, that's stupid. That's instantly doubting. Okay, so you're doubting something that you're reading because maybe it's new to you or whatnot, right? But maybe God put that there so that maybe that would add that extra piece for you to realize that all this stuff that is happening underneath your noses is true. Okay, so maybe that's what that is. You have to be open enough to grasp that from the universe, to get that message from the universe. Again, the universe is God, the universe is source energy. So if the church would teach that, then we would be able to make those decisions when the media and that kind of stuff is like throwing out fake news to us, and then everybody starts to believe it. Like, when do you start to have a backbone for yourself? Well, you have to start to trust in the energy of God. That is source energy. That is universal energy that we are all able to tap into, right? So if the universe is conspiring to bring us towards right-minded thinking, right, they're already doing stuff for us. Like, they're putting things in our path that we should have. They're putting things in our path that we shouldn't have. Now it's up to us to be right-minded thinking and understand what he's putting in, whether it be a lesson or a test or maybe just fake news. You have to have that discernment to be able to pick that up and say, you know what? No, that's not of love. That's not of love. Okay. The Democratic Party, all the things that I posted that had symbolism with Satanism and all that kind of stuff, all these things, again, that are not taught in the church. If we were taught in the church demonology and Satanism, then whenever it's presented to us, then we would know what the hell it is, right? That's not taught. And if anything, the church teaches that we aren't supposed to even look at that. Don't dabble in that. No, I'm not saying to pick it up as a practice, but I am saying that you need to educate yourself on it. So the energy of love, you always have to go back to God energy, source energy, right? Because in your auric field, the first auric field is spirituality, right? The next is mental, the next is emotional, the next is etherical, and then physical. And then that's like your physical body, right? So if you jump quickly to the emotional band of energy that you have, you didn't even clear it with your mental or your spiritual, right? You went straight, right? And you guys have that communication. The next one is mental. You should be able to roll it through your head and go, is this even sound right? Like let's use critical thinking. Let's use common sense, right? Let's use that, right? The next one is emotional. How do you feel about that? What in that sentence did that make you feel? You know, when you saw that particular image, how did that make you feel? Right? You have all this auric field that is going around you, but you instantly jump to emotion. Okay? Start to work with your spirits that are around you. Okay? The next one is etheric and then physical. Right? So you even have this etherical kind of light that surrounds your body. That etherical light over time, if people are constantly putting negative shit into your brain, is going to start diminishing you. Okay. What do you think the media is doing? That's what they're doing. They are dimming your light. They're putting you in this little box and saying, you can only do this. You can't do this. Wear a mask. Oh my God, you're going to die. You're not going to die. Okay. Like, if science proves right, then there's a 98% chance that you are not going to die. Okay, so congratulations for that. Stop being a sheep. Stand up. Take your power back. Happiness is your birthright. If you're constantly living in fear, that fear is a spirit. So you have an attachment. Got to get rid of him too, you know. And I'll go over that kind of stuff as far as attachments and how to get rid of spiritual beings and that kind of stuff that may even have followed you in just your generation. Okay. Take. Okay. Am I even on? Am I? My little thing is not happy right now. This is not working for me today. I felt like I kept going in and out, and I apologize if I did. You guys, take your power back. Okay, this is your power. If you are part of God, then you are just as powerful as God, right? That's you. You are supposed to be Christ-like energy. We are all from one source collectively. Okay, understand that, grasp that. Okay, when Jesus said, when he said, "Our Father who art in heaven," right? Our Father, that makes me and you brothers, sisters, related collectively, all of us, you know, that kind of stuff. If you read the Bible, then you'll notice that you have to be kind of literal with the words. What did Jesus actually say? You know, that kind of stuff. Start to go through your Bible, okay? Don't just stay in this little box of Christianity. That's not where it's at. Jesus didn't say go to church, okay? Jesus was pissed when they started doing the crazy shit in the church, okay? That's not what that's for. It's a temple, okay? Be very specific with who you are, what you are. Stand in your power. What do you want in life? During this whole election, I realized that there is a lot of people that are on the same page, that all want the same thing for Americans collectively. There's only a handful that are puppeting this charades of fuckery to the American people for it. They show the spirit of Jezebel all the time. Sex everywhere, ass everywhere. You know, that is the spirit of Jezebel. You guys have to recognize this, educate yourself, take your power back. Okay. So I'm going to start doing a series on mediumship and that kind of stuff. So you guys bear with me as I'm figuring out all of this. If you guys want to follow me on Snap, it's my name. And I do other little teachings and that kind of stuff, and then kind of follow through with examples. Like I like to give examples so that you guys can relate to it, because I feel like when somebody's just talking just in a teaching kind of way, I can't follow that. But if you give me examples and colors and pictures and symbols, then I feel like I'm good at it. So you guys keep up with me, and I'm so glad you guys came to my channel, and I will catch you on the flip side.